Alright guys, I was asked to do a breakdown of this teaser, so let's just run through a couple things I've seen. Even on Facebook and Twitter, there's some people that overlooked some scenes that were extended that I thought were pretty important. Even though we saw these scenes in the Comic-Con trailer and pretty much every other trailer since. Now, the Walkers breaching Terminus. There's not really anything there other than this is going to be one awesome episode. I mean, Walkers on fire, it almost doesn't get cooler than that. This scene, I love it. You could just read the expression on Sasha's face, and it is just an expression of extreme worry and fear. This is popping off right in the beginning when Bob goes missing or somewhere around there, when they're in church and the hunters first strike and the group is confused, scared, and worried. Now, this is one of those extended scenes I was talking about. In this particular scene, you have Daryl standing, Carol is sitting, and they might be chit-chatting. What's the most interesting part about this little conversation that they're having? They are more than likely only talking about one of two topics. What Carol did and getting banished from the prison. In the other conversation, this could be the point where Daryl reveals what happens to Beth. And obviously they hear something, they get startled, and their guard is up now. This is another extended clip of what we have previously seen, and I think this is the most telling. We see Sasha seemingly standing up. First I thought that might be the comic book Andrea adaptation of her, because in the comic book Andrea was peeing and felt heard someone watching her. She stood up and was like, "Who's there?" and then went and told the group. This, however, I don't know if she's peeing or more like she found something disturbing. Piece of cloth, a bloody rag, a shoe, it could be anything, but it really looks like she found something she was searching for. She could be just peeing. But the most telling part about this clip that I think everyone overlooked, she's holding a flashlight, which is enough confirmation for me to believe that everyone who predicted, and myself included, that the flashlight scene outside the church was the group looking for Bob, who was taken, or any other member of the group who was taken. We are right. This is them, because Sasha has a flashlight, and that is enough for me. I could be wrong, you know, and I wouldn't hold it against anybody else to say that I'm wrong. Now, originally I said Tyrese grabs Sasha from behind, says, "Shh, there's somebody out there." This still could be the case. However, upon viewing this clip over and over again, I have breaking news. This is not Tyrese that grabs her. It is in fact Kimbo Slice. It looks just like him. Then you have Carol yelling, "Where are they?" I think this clip was added to this trailer for one of two reasons. The one reason, they have planned this clip from the beginning because they showed us the Walker Carol and they knew all of us would catch on that that was Walker Carol wearing the guts from zombies. Or they saw so many people on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter talking about the Carol Walker that they said, "Listen guys, the cat's out of the bag." You know, it's not a shocker. So let's feed off of the fans' excitement and give them confirmation of that. It's pretty much predicted to death now. That is, in fact, Carol. Now, the most telling clip in this trailer was of Gareth. One, we have Gareth seemingly sneaking up to one of our characters. I'm going to take a wild prediction and say he is sneaking up to Bob, because that's where I'm hedging all my bets. The other image of Gareth that is important is where he's putting his hand on the building that is filled with walkers, and we can see it through the glass. The reason why I say that's the most telling is a while back I made a prediction that Gareth and them had lost loved ones and they were feeding them. The pet zombies, I called them. He puts his hand on the glass in a compassionate way. Anybody who's been to prison and had to talk to somebody or had to, you know, talk to their loved ones through that glass, you know what that means, man. There was compassion in that moment, in that gesture. Or he was just being a sicko and he has this thing for zombies. Now that's another interesting thing, because if he's compassionate to all zombies or these particular group of zombies, he might just have some kind of personal relationship with this group of zombies. Were these zombies his people at one point in time? His family, his loved ones? Is his wife in there? Is his kids in there? We don't know. I am starting to believe that there is a bigger story to the Terminus people. Back in the Governor's arc of the comic book and the TV show, we saw a helicopter that crashed. The reason for the helicopter was that everybody was hiding out at the newsroom or whatever, and they started running out of food and everyone turned on each other, and then eventually it turned to cannibalism, if I'm not mistaken, and the one guy sabotaged the helicopter. Part of me has always felt like they were always pulling pieces from that story as kind of like a little I don't know. I don't know how to say it. I don't know what it's called, but it's neat when you can pull little tidbits from a story and then create a new kind of story from it. You know what I'm saying? So I always thought they were kind of pulling little tidbits from that backstory and adding it to the Termites. So you have these people at Terminus. Something happened. They trusted somebody, or they trusted a group of people who betrayed them, and something horrible happened. Now the Termites, I believe, turned into cannibals. I also still believe they either feed walkers to use them, or they feed the walkers with the same kind of compassion that Herschel had, keeping the walkers in the barn. You know what I'm saying? That is the most telling out of this. So the Terminus people are probably very sick individuals. Comment down below, what did you get from this teaser trailer? I'm done talking, it's your turn. Alright guys, click on any of these videos to pre-game for the Season 5 premiere of The Walking Dead.